EGM Network.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras.
Treasure Coast Connector.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and this episode is proudly sponsored by Libby Weissman and her team at Senior Transition Navigator, and they work with seniors and their families to help navigate into an amazing lifestyle. And they provide services that include downsizing, decluttering, packing, moving, relocation, and more. So for a free consultation, call 772-783-2800 or visit seniortransitionnavigator.com. Now, everyone has a superpower, a talent that separates them from the rest. And joining me in the studio today is a woman with a very interesting, diverse background. I have to read this so I don't leave anything out. She is an adventurous world traveler, author, art curator, interior designer, home stager, and a top realtor here in Vero Beach County, Indian River County. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Angela Pate, and she is with AMAC Real Estate. She's here to talk about all the work that she does to help her clients achieve their real estate goals and dreams. Sorry about that. Welcome to the show. I'm like flubbing all over my words.
That's all right.
Yeah, we had a little, glitch, a little redo of the intro. But, the intro is so cute. Sometimes I think it should be shown twice. I'm just kidding. But before we get started about talking about the work that you do as a realtor, you and your wonderful husband, John, have traveled the world together. The two of you have done amazing things. So please just share with us this wonderful, rich history that you have.
It all started in 1975 when I met a guy. Little did I know that I was going to be living in Singapore for the next year and traveling the world. Then, at some point, I had an art gallery. I did decorating, remodeling, and real estate. So I've done all kinds of things over the years.
Yeah, it's well over 25 countries or more that you've been to.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then the art curation, we're going to get into all of this later, but, your pieces have been in museums here in Florida and all over the world. So I think that's pretty cool. And I just, it's just amazing I live vicariously through your stories because we're in Toastmasters together and you share some things. And I haven't even done a fraction of the things that you have done. You probably were the inspiration for the term bucket list for all the things that you and John have done. Truly, it's amazing. And what it has done for you in your real estate career is beyond helpful to your clients. And we're going to get into that as well. So now, before we start talking about the work you do as a realtor, what should a homeowner consider? Because you are really good as a listing agent. I mean, you're on both sides, but when someone hasn't, sold many homes, they've bought a home, they've been in it for a while, what do they do when they want to start?
There is quite a bit to getting ready for the sale of your house.
Sale process, yeah.
One is to clean your house. And if you have pets, to get rid of that doggy or kitty smell, to straighten out your closets, because when clients come to look at your home, they are going to open every drawer and every closet, so you don't want to have it looking bad.
Yeah.
You're going to touch up walls. You're going to fix scratches. You're going to have fresh flowers, perhaps, on the dining table. Something very simple, but very nice for others to experience. If you have some bad boards in your hardwood floor, I suggest you replace them. Caulking. Something simple like caulking.
See, I wouldn't have even thought of that. Yeah.
Around the tub and the walls, especially in bathrooms and kitchens. You've also got to do paint touch-ups, I feel, are very important. Inside and outside. Landscaping, making sure that the plants are cut back. Your lawn is always manicured. These are all things that are just normal that we should take care of if we want our place to look good.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think that sets the stage. And Angela, you know me. Cindy knows I love my puns. We're setting the stage for the staging that you do. So once your client gets all of those little things, all of those tips in order, then sometimes you can come in because of the work that you have done and you can see a home that is nice, but then there are things that you do that make it go, wow. So talk about that a little bit, about the staging.
First of all, I do feel so strongly that everyone should have staging done, whether they can do it themselves or have someone from the outside. You want the first impression of any client that comes to your home to be the best. So you are prepared. In staging, I not only rearrange furnishings and art and declutter, which means get rid of the tchotchkes and personal things like photographs. But on top of that, I myself, free of charge, bring in my own art, accessories, small furniture, and I get to work in there and embellish what you've got. I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I love that. And that is Angela's superpower, because there are a lot of other people that will suggest these things and then bring someone in from the outside. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've met stagers before, but because of the work that you have done with the art, we're going to talk about the Pate collection and the fact that you are an interior designer, you're able to see things, and just with a few little key pieces, it just transforms it. And they're not spending any additional money because you're doing that for free. That is very nice of you, you know? And that's another thing I want people to understand is the level of sophistication, because Cindy has the pictures of the staging and the pictures of the art. And this is just a fraction of the pictures that you and I went through. And so the people, a lot of your clients have been on the beach through the years. So the level of sophistication that you offer, it is really well, I guess, tuned for that higher end real estate property experience. So those homeowners can really feel confident in you helping them.
I think they really appreciate the help that I give.
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to do it, mostly because I want it to look fabulous, as good as we can get with what we've got to work with and what I supplement. Most of the time, people are so cooperative because they want their place to look as great as it can.
And how many times have people said, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And then wherever they're moving, they want you to fix up where they're moving, I bet. That happens a lot.
Sometimes. Also, I use professional photographers only when I list a home, because you, again, want it to look at its best. So if you've brought in some nice art and furnishings, you can highlight some of that in the photographs, and it does really talk to people.
Yeah. So the slide that we have for those that are watching this, I call it the AMAC slide, that has two different homes that you sold, but those pictures you were staging, and those pictures are professionally done, and you could just tell, how amazing that is. And before we go to break, I love that series of photos. Before we go to break, share with people your phone number and your email address, please.
All right. You can reach me at 772-559-7075. And my email is apate44@comcast.net.
Okay, very good. And that's APATE44@comcast.net. Okay, very good. And so what we're going to do, Cindy, are you proud of me? We're taking a break like 40 seconds early. No, maybe 20 seconds early, but stay tuned. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. We have so much more to discuss. Angela, Pate, and I will be right back.
Don't pay to file your taxes. Really, it's free and local. There are 5 convenient locations throughout Indian River County. Visit UnitedWayIRC.org to see if you qualify for free tax prep and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Appointments are filling fast.
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach. Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
Create your island paradise at Sunshine Furniture during our winter sale event. Save 50% on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington, including the newest collection, Key Biscayne. Living room, dining room, occasional chairs, office, and media furniture with sophisticated design and a mix of coastal and Caribbean style. All Tommy Bahama and Lexington offer everything you need for your Florida living. We have the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture from Four Seasons, Capri, Universal, Riverside, Hooker, Seawinds, Barcalounger, Best, and lots more. At Sunshine Furniture, we're the outdoor furniture experts specializing in patio sets that withstand the Florida elements, and we have a gallery of Berlin Garden and Bollywood. Come in now for the best prices of the year. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach. Don't miss the 50% off winter sale on Tommy Bahama and Lexington going on now. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and visit our outlet store directly across the street.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. I'm with Angela Pate, and she's a top realtor with AMAC Real Estate here in Vero Beach. And we're just going to jump right back into the conversation. I know that a lot of people know that you are amazing at doing listings. And we talked about what it takes to, prepare your home for the market. But now just explain all the other things that you do as a realtor.
We often employ contractors from the outside to come and fix problems within the house, just because the homeowner may not have anyone that they're used to working with.
Oh,
so I help with that.
Yeah.
We find them insurance quotes for their homes, because when you get close to closing, you need to have insurance in place most of the time.
That is very, very true. So you are handling both as people are looking for homes to buy, you're helping people with the sale of the home, and then, of course, all the other things that come up with it, too. The inspections and...
Right. Inspections are extremely important. During COVID, a lot of people avoided getting inspections because they wanted to buy the home so badly, they were willing to just close immediately, no inspection. And I don't ever tell my clients to do that, because homes do have problems now and then. Sometimes the owner doesn't find a problem, and only through inspection will you, and it could cost you thousands of dollars. You don't want to be in a position where the buyer who just got in his new house has to spend a lot of money fixing something that wasn't evident.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's a scary thing. I can't even imagine. I've only bought one home so far. And that's the other thing is that sometimes people, when they're in their homes for many, many years, they've only had the experience of buying a home, right? So then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I would love to downsize, or I'd love to buy a bigger home, or whatever the case is. And then they're left with, oh my gosh, now what do I do? Because you feel like a newbie all over again. So you're really good at holding people's hands.
We've also had clients that actually I knew from the gallery
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago, who are real estate clients and to whom we have sold and bought at least 8 or 9 properties
Wow.
over the years,
Mm-hmm.
which really is very, very nice to have such a client. But it's because we look for the details and we try to take care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even when clients are absent because they live in another state half of the year, we make sure that we get the utilities taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
We help them change over to utilities and contact like Comcast or AT&T to get things done before they arrive.
Oh, very nice.
Sometimes we hire someone to come in and do an extra cleaning on the house. I have even done estate sales for them
Oh, wow.
in their own homes because they have furnishings that they don't want to take along.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or we donate them, and there are a lot of great places in
Oh,
town
yes.
that can use.
Oh yeah, no, that is very, very true. And then, so you mentioned before, and I talked about it in the first half, is you had a gallery on Royal Palm Point called the Pate Collection. So share with us a little bit about the work that you have done through the years with furnishings and art and antiques.
Right. The Pate Collection was a wonderful opportunity to have a gallery because we already were traveling the world and importing all kinds of art and antiques. We were selling to interior designers, architects, art collectors all over the country, and we were in major showrooms, design showrooms all over this country. So we were already working in network, so to speak. And I decided, well, when we move here to Vero Beach, I think I should have a gallery because I already have so many wonderful things to start with. But I didn't want just an antique gallery. I wanted an antique and art gallery and ended up representing a number of painters, photographers, sculptors, all kinds of artists.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, we were the first to have an exhibition and show for photographers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because
Yeah.
at that time, no one was doing
It was
this.
just art. And yeah, I guess some people were not considering photography as an artistic medium, and it certainly is.
And at the time, we would have a show. It was always fun because I would make a party out of it with all kinds of foods and wine and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a nice experience. I also did wearable art, which I don't think was typical for gallery owners.
Mm-mm.
It could be a vintage kimono jacket mixed with custom jewelry from various jewelers, some of whom were from here and others from out of state. It was so much fun.
Yeah. And then you said to me the other day that you still have inventory and you still get phone calls from designers and other places.
Other people who like to collect unique pieces. So yes, because we collected so much, we have more than really we can utilize.
Mm-hmm.
And we store it, but I'm happy to find a new home for it
Mm-hmm.
because I think we are all kind of curators, you might say, of pieces, but eventually you want them to find another home, someone else who can love them and take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an important thing. We can't hold on to things forever.
Or you can put things away and then swap them out Remember I was saying about the change of seasons, what I used to do up north.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think that would be kind of fun to do because it freshens your home, right?
I love to do that, not only for that reason, for refreshing, but because I believe less is more. And my adage is, you can't hold on to things forever. It's better to free them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely. So we have a few minutes left. So what I want to make sure in the second half is to repeat again for those that are listening on iHeartRadio and the podcasts, how do they get in touch with you?
My local number is 772-559-45.
That's okay.
No, 559-7075.
And then the email is
Pate 44 at Comcast.net.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's what I want. I want people to understand that the level of sophistication through the work that you have done as an art dealer, curator, collector, fine furnishings, that there are so many transferable skills in that to help people, and I shouldn't say that it's just high-end real estate that you work. You help people that are getting, their starter homes.
Of course I do.
You're helping people at all stages of life, but you are known for that knack for, that beautiful, those beautiful homes that we love on the island and the level of sophistication that they decorate their homes with. So this is your, I guess, what do you call it? I'm blanking out on this is your secret sauce, so to speak,
I just love doing it. And I really like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
As a realtor, even, I go way beyond what are normal things that realtors do, just because I want them to get to where they need to be, get into that new home or sell that home and move on.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, I'm going to be there for them. And it's not just a matter of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I think, feeling the integrity of wanting to help people and doing my best.
Yeah. Well, because buying a home, whether you are new at buying a home or whether you have bought and sold many homes throughout your life, it's always an emotional process, and sometimes people are very busy and we're dealing sometimes with snowbirds and they're up north and you're down here and there's just a lot of moving pieces, and you can really do this in your sleep now because you've been, a realtor for so long.
My husband and I have had many occasions where we both list and sell the same property.
Okay.
Because that happens at times where you have the buyer and the seller. And we love the opportunity because it gives you the time to work carefully with each side so that they both get what they need to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
With dignity.
Well, I love that very much. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. I fangirl all over you. My husband and I've traveled a lot throughout the United States, but I am not a world traveler. And I just think that brings so much more to the table for you and how you work with your clients.
I never dreamt in 1975 that I would be traveling the world with a guy who is fabulous and spending my whole life around art and selling.
Yeah.
Never thought it.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful trip, so to speak. Another pun, Cindy. I got another one in. But before we end the show, thank you very much for being here. I know that you're going to continue to help hundreds more people, in the area. And for those listening and watching, Libby Weissman, she is known as the Senior Transition Navigator. Visit seniortransitionnavigator.com or call her at 772-783-2800. If you're a senior and you're looking to transition to an even more vibrant lifestyle, she can help you with that. And my name is Ellen Contreras. I'm the host of Treasure Coast Connector. I'm doing it again, Cindy. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm going to look at this one. We changed the studio, but I miss you already. Until next week, I can't wait to see you again.